Have you ever heard the saying, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush? Well, today's property owners sure have. In other words, they're happy to have a place to call home during this extremely low inventory market, even if they'd prefer to take advantage of this market and move somewhere else. With so much being made of the low inventory, rates starting to rise, plus coming out of a pandemic, most have chosen to delay their moves instead of taking their chances and potentially having nowhere to move after they sell. What you may not know is a lot of those fears are unwarranted. In this video, we're going to go over the 5 options for sellers in today's market that will instill all the confidence homeowners need. Showing prospective sellers their options and helping them realize they're in the driver's seat changes everything. So here are 5 ways to sell without the stress in today's market. Option number 1, the rent back or the lease back. Some of today's buyers are willing to make extraordinary sacrifices in order to get the home they desire. When there are a dozen offers on the home in the first weekend like you're seeing now, sellers have all the leverage. One of the most common options that we see is to negotiate a rent back or lease back period to allow you time to find your next home after your sale closes. This is quite a common practice in the real estate industry, but many sellers might not be aware of this option. For example, I recently listed a gorgeous property in Oak Ranch, and we had a first day, full price cash offer. But knowing it was very early and her home was high demand, the seller countered with some specific terms, one of which allowed her to stay in the home for an extra month after closing while her new construction home was being finished. Option number 2, extend the closing date. Another option a seller might consider is to simply extend the closing date to allow you valuable search time for your new house. Today's buyers are flexible. We can state the desire for extra time in the agent notes on the listing, and we can also negotiate for it during the offer and counteroffer process. There are several ways to go about this, and it's a viable option to keep a roof over your heads while you find your next home. Option number 3, make the sale contingent upon finding a home. So there's also the ability to formally state in the contract that the sale of your property only goes through if and when you find your next home, and these terms go into your listing agreement. Now in a typical market, this might hurt the number of offers that you see, but there's very little risk in today's market. Option number 4, find a short-term rental property. Many real estate agents and our investor contacts have rental properties in our local market and are capitalizing on those assets by using them as short-term interim housing to help put clients in an advantageous position or even renting them out as Airbnb facilities. I've connected with a couple of property owners for this exact reason, so clients can sell their home now during high demand and then be in a power position and ready to pounce later when they find the right property. Possibly when things start to normalize and they won't have to compete as hard for every property that comes on the market. Option number 5, put your agent to work. A great real estate agent has a bag of tricks to help you find your dream home. Some take a lot of time and others cost money. It's probably why many agents don't utilize the tools available to them. Most of us study the MLS daily, talk to our clients regularly, speak to other agents, and watch for early access to off-market properties. What most agents don't do are marketing tactics such as our Yikes letter or voicemail variation that contacts all property owners within your desired area with your desired home criteria to let them know that we have a buyer for them if they're interested in selling. For example, I have a recently retired couple right now specifically looking for a condo or smaller home in one of 2 Visalia communities, Avalon and Belisara. We recently sent out nearly 50 letters to homeowners who met the criteria, letting them know the situation in hopes that somebody plans to sell soon. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. To increase our chances though, we also circle call those neighborhoods to let people know about the opportunity. Now, most agents hate circle calling because you don't always get a great response from folks, but it only takes one person who is thinking about selling to help your clients reach even the most specific goals. Here's a bonus tip. You can always say no. One option that homeowners always forget about is this worst case scenario option. You can always turn down any offer and decide to stay put if things don't work out in your favor. We always remind our sellers of this during the initial appointment because it really shows you that you were the ones in control throughout the process. Now I hope you found this helpful and enlightening. The next video I'm going to shoot dives into how the heck we can get our offers accepted in today's market. So if this video got your wheels turning about making a move, keep an eye out for that one too. And thank you for watching.